Hello everybody and welcome back. Today's block is block 2 in the Grandma's Kitchen challenge from Pat Sloan. For the pattern you will have to go to her website and get it. It is a free downloadable pattern. It is called Sticky Buns and I already have my pieces cut out. That's the layout there. So each individual strip here has 3 pieces. So we're just going to put it together. Again, for the measurements and the pattern, you will have to go to her website. I will try to link it below. But if not, it is just ilovetomakequilts.com. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to pull from here, actually. I'm just going to fold each one down. And I'll sew this, and then I'll grab this one and sew it. And this one and sew it. And all the way over. So we're just going to head over and do that. This one's pretty basic. I love it. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with these fabrics, and then she posted this and I thought it was perfect. These are so small that I actually don't have to pin them. However, if it was further away from me, I would pin them and then carry them to the sewing machine. But since I'm right next to it, that was not a problem. Line that up a little better. There's actually no seams to match up on this one either, which is fabulous. Great for a beginner. So now I'm going to sew up one of these that I had from the last block of hers that we did. And I'll cut these off and meet you back at the sewing or the pressing table. Alright, there's my last one. We'll iron that. So now on these I'm going to iron them all to the darker fabric because I don't want it to show through, but again, no seams, so it really wouldn't matter. Some of them aren't much darker anyway. I'm also going to go ahead and iron this one open. And I'll toss it into my little basket with the rest of them. Alright, pick these up and grab our pattern, or our pieces, that's what they're called, pieces, and we'll lay this back out. Now, I do need the pattern to do that because I have no idea. It's not my pattern. Just lay it back out according to the picture. Alright, and it looks the same to me. So now I'm actually going to flip it around so I can still pull from the top. And I'm just going to do that again. Fold down. Just like that. And we're going to head over and I'm just going to grab them one at a time and sew them up. Few more. I think we're about halfway there. Two more. And then we'll iron them open and lay out or sew our rows together. Very simple, very pretty block. My hardest part was choosing the fabrics. That is the part I struggle with the most. Selecting which fabrics. Grab one of our half square triangles from the last block. I'm hoping to have a lot of scraps left over that I can use for a pillow or something that'll match. Alright, I'm gonna cut these apart and iron them, and we'll lay it back out. I could have left them together because honestly this is, oh no, I guess I couldn't have because they connect at different levels. Levels, that works, of the block. So you're going to have two of each strip except for the middle one. It's unique. And again, we're just going to iron to the not white side. Let's lay it back out according to our diagram. I'm liking it so far. Now we're going to sew it into rows of two. So I'm going to sew these two together, and then these two, and these two, and then, I'm sorry, these two. Yeah, no, whatever. Two at a time. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to sew these two together, and I'm just going to grab the next two. So I'm going to pin it here. So I'll sew these two together. Let's put a couple pins in it. Beginning and the end, because again, no seams to match up. Might be my favorite part. Lay it over there. Then these two. Just the beginning and the end. Just enough so I know which side I'm sewing. There, and then these two, and it does leave one extra, but we'll get there. So let's head over and sew those up. Now I stacked them up, but I'm gonna start with the first one. So I'm gonna unstack them, and so the first one I grabbed, and then we'll move on and go down. I like to unpin as I go, because if I don't, I usually end up sticking myself. Grab one of our half square triangles. Now we'll iron these open and see what we've got, how it looks. If I've chosen good fabrics or a good fabric combination. Iron those open, not part of this, but also kind of part of this. Oh, I threw them both over there. So we're gonna iron them to, well, they all have 2 seams in them, so I'm gonna iron them to my darker fabric, which is my flower one, which I don't actually know if it'll make a difference when we assemble the block, or the quilt rather, not the block. But that's where we're going. So we'll lay it back out. And again, you always want to double check with your diagram that it looks correct. See, it doesn't, because what have I done? This is backwards. There it is. That's why you double check. So now I'm going to sew this one together. We're going to do one in the beginning and one in the end, just enough to hold it in place till we get it over there. And then these two. Now we'll head over and sew them. And this one. It didn't work out very well. Only one more seam to go. Again, I'm ironing it to my darker fabric, which is the green with flowers. Now we lay it back out, confirm it with our picture. It also is a mirror image if you would fold it in half, which is a good indication that you're right when it's supposed to look like that. Let's pin at the end. I'm actually not going to pin at the beginning this time because it's the only one I have, and I'm just going to hold it. Done. Let's see how good looking it is. She did a great job designing this quilt. I was not quilting in 2017 when she did it originally, but I am now, so there it is. Again, it is called Sticky Buns. I love it. Oh, I do love it. I did choose good. See, I had this one originally as the middle, but I didn't want to bring the blue into this block. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you make it and love it, and I will see y'all next time. Have a great day.